Aquarius. Here we go. This is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. But if this video is finding you, it's yours, even if you're not an Aquarius. Why? Because that's how energy works, and there's something here that you need to hear. It always arrives at just the right time. And this is where your message begins. Bam! Look at him. Ah, cocky. Actually, he's not cocky at all. You're manifesting something. You're bringing something into truth. You're bringing something you're bringing something into reality. The Magician is a powerful energy. It's the wholeness of the one. It's finding your own personal magic and your ability to bring something into existence. He's an alchemist, is what he is, because he's taking all the elements, the water and the cups, the swords, the consciousness and the swords, the passion or fire and the wands, the air and the swords, and then the earth and the pentacles. And he's taking all of those elements and he's melding them together. He knows how, but this is the important thing. As above, he's taking the divine. He's taking guidance from the divine. He's taking the energy. He's a conduit for the divine. That's why he's got a rod holding up into the air. He's a conduit for the divine, and he's bringing it down to earth. He's making something that didn't exist in reality into reality. That's what the Magician does. And so, what are you up to? What are you up to? You're manifesting something this week. I don't know. Okay. What's Aquarius manifesting, or what's coming into this existence? What's going on? Ooh, you've been fighting something that's been causing you a great deal, something that's been agitating your sense of yourself, or that's been challenging your sense of self. Maybe even a challenge to your integrity and a challenge to what you know you're good at. Some sort of, it's almost like something that you really love, something that you feel really comfortable in. It's giving you heartache. This situation is giving you heartache in a situation where you kind of sit in your power. You kind of sit in a sense of, I know I'm good at this. I know I'm happy here, but there's been heartache in it. Maybe because there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of strife. You have to keep fighting something or someone. There's been a challenge here, but you are not backing down. I think there's disappointment here. With a Three of Swords is always an indication that there's some sort of disappointment. This sense of it's really ripping you up. So maybe expectations were disappointed, but you're fighting it. You're not letting it get to you. That's what the Seven of Wands is about. It's like, I'm not going to let this stop me. I know that I've got a lot I've got a lot coming against me, but I'm not backing down, because look, when you have the Seven of Wands, you have the high ground. If there are any Star Wars fans out there, you've heard that a bunch of times. I have the high ground. It's like, you're not going to win against somebody that has the high ground, because they have the moral advantage. They have the advantage of truth and integrity. And so you do have the high ground here, which is why you won't give up. There's something that you believe in here. But it's also kind of an encouragement of, as heartbreaking. In other words, this tells me that this is not a fight you want to fight. It's a fight you have to fight. And you're willing to fight it because you believe in it, but it's definitely not something you would have chosen to be engaged in. So it's almost like you're kind of disappointed that you even have to be in this, but you're not going to avoid it. And I think you're happy to not avoid it, because you know that somebody's got to stand up. And that's very Aquarian energy anyway. Aquarius is easy. The energy is very easy to channel, a call to arms. A call to arms when there's been injustice, or there's a lack of fairness, and there's a lack of integrity. Where there lacks truth and integrity, Aquarius is always going to be called to arms. And I guess something has gone on because it's almost your comfort zone to do this kind of battle. Not like you're looking for it, but you're definitely up to task. And I don't know what this has to do with the Magician, but it's almost like maybe something that you created or something that you made. you're standing up for, you're sticking up for, or you're fighting to manifest something because you know that it's worth it, and you're not going to let the world stand against you because you have a deep feeling of value that's going on here in this current situation. So what are we manifesting? What is going on? What are we manifesting? Okay, it's something that is, it's you put a lot of money into it, or you put a major investment in it. There's a lot of financial investment behind it, which is why there's a lot of stress. I don't know if you invested in it. Now check that out. No love lost there. The Lovers in reverse is this. This is just a connection or a partnership that did not work. It feels like everybody felt really good about themselves. Everybody felt really confident about themselves. I have a strong impression that you are very happy and content to stand alone in this. So this is what I'm getting from all these cards that just came out. You have no doubt that you're right here. And just because you think it doesn't make it true, but the cards confirm that it is. So in other words, I, as the objective party reading this, am going to say that, yeah, it's clear Aquarius has the high ground here. There's something here that the Aquarian energy, whoever is possessing it from this reading or experiencing this energy, you are right. You are correct. Like, this is worth, happy birthday to Danny. This is worth fighting for. You have to fight for it. You're perfectly attuned to do this job. You will be absolutely successful. And I think in some ways, fighting this fight is going to bring more success to you because it demonstrates that you have this sense of leadership, that you have this sense of moral integrity, that you have a sense of authority here. Now let's go through the cards that came out because I want to go step by step. Interesting, we had first the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. And honestly, that's like, there's something here that's worth sustaining, as well as you put a big investment into this and you've been carrying it and you know how precious it is. So it's like, I don't know if this was an actual financial investment, which it absolutely could have been, or it's just representative of something that is very valuable to you, but you're carrying it real tender. You know, you're going like, you're like, I'm not gonna rush this. I know how valuable what I have. Ace of Pentacles comes out first. It's like, you already have the value. So you don't want to risk it. You want to go slow with it. You want to protect it. You want to sustain it. So you are in a protective modality of sustaining something that you place high value in. I don't know if it's your child. I don't know if it's your relationship. I don't know if it's your business. Whatever it is, your business as in your work or your career or your actual business, it's all your business. Like it's definitely like, this is definitely your business. It's something that's very valuable to you that you play. So in other words, it doesn't have to have monetary value. Like, children don't have monetary value, right? But they're like the most, they're priceless, right? So it's like, this is something that's priceless to you. Could also represent a priceless opportunity, an opportunity that you know is very special. And so you're handling this with care and precision, and you're willing to go slow with this. You ain't playing around. You ain't playing around. What else comes out? We had the Hierophant, which kind of clues me into is probably have to do with money because that's ruled by Taurus. The Hierophant represents Taurus. Finances, but it's not like it's responsible finances. It's concrete finances. It's almost like you've committed yourself to this. You take it seriously. You want to sustain this. Taurus energy is about the maintenance of integrity, and you have to go as slow as you have to go to maintain it. It's about a promise. It's about something that's been made official, which is why sometimes this is the marriage card. It doesn't have to be marriage, but it speaks to tradition. It speaks to something that has value because it maintains the integrity of you, your family, and your community. Not necessarily, once again, monetary value, but that's what traditions do. Traditions help to maintain a continuity and a fluidity. So this is something that you're very committed to, that you're very certain of. The other place that we see these pillars, we see them in the High Priestess. And the reason is because the pillars represent the pillars represent almost like cornerstones for us. They represent things that are either portals or certainty for us. And this is like, you see the key to maintaining, the key to that firmament and that foundation. So there's a lot of integrity here. A long story short, a short story long is always how it is for me. But this is something that is definitely worth protecting, or it's got a lot of integrity to it. And you've been stressed the fuck out. Okay, that's that sense of worried about it. You're worried about it, but that's what tells me it's not something that you've done. It's that you know something that is right is at risk. I don't know what this is. You let me know in the comments below, but something that is right is at risk, and it's really stressing you out. You might have been getting bad dreams. You might have high anxiety. You might have trouble sleeping, but it's definitely something that's going on in your mind that it's worrying you. So let me say this, whatever these problems are, you keep on fighting. Capricorn got a similar energy, and I think it's because you guys are connected by Saturn. It's because Saturn is your traditional ruler. Your contemporary ruler, your modern ruler, is Uranus, but your traditional ruler doesn't just disappear. It still encourages and influences your energy. So ultimately, Saturn will always influence Aquarius, and that really reaffirms your fixedness and your sense of morality and precision, as well as, you know, your bouginess, if I may say. Come on, y'all know it's true. It is. You like the nice things. But you also know how to take care of them. And that's the whole thing, is like taking care of nice things. So, but something's stressing you out here. So all I can say is, by the Nine of Swords and the presence of the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords, it is crushing your heart and stressing you out that you even have to defend this. But 100%, it's worth defending. You're not backing down. This is still a good investment. And honestly, your world is about to change. This chapter that is stressing you out is going to end soon. Whatever this was, it is about to end soon. You're going to wrap it up, and you're going to be at a point where you can like start again. I don't know if the beginning of the year had something to do with this, but we also have the Lovers in reverse. So this is a partnership that was not meant to be. It's a partnership that's falling apart, or it's deteriorating. I think the truth about this partnership is going to be revealed. I think maybe you were dealing with somebody that you really couldn't trust, and they were not a good partner to you. Once again, could be a business partner. Clearly we have Pentacles, so something valuable or your money could be involved. And Aquarius and Capricorn and Taurus, a major money focus. That's okay. That's because, you know, that's just your vibe. But ultimately, well, Taurus because of Venus, but Saturn is also like that management and rulership and authority and maturity, you know, the sense of take the serious stuff seriously. That's what it is. And so there was a partnership here that kind of crumbled or fell apart, or it just wasn't meant to come together. And I think that that's part of winning. Somehow, some way, it's actually the release of this partnership or this connection with somebody is part of what has to happen. And I think you're going to be okay with it. You're going to be okay with releasing this energy or this connection. You're going to be okay with accepting that it wasn't meant to be. And the reason why is because it's causing you so much shit, and you have to fight so hard. So ultimately wrapping that up, that's why it comes afterward. It's almost like the stress is all gone. If the stress is going to be wrapped up and completed when you are realizing that this partnership or this, it could even be some fucked up communications that were happening. So it's like something that was topsy-turvy within communications could also be like you're wrapping it up. If it's got to do with just messed up messages or broken contracts, whatever it is, this is a sense of you're wrapping that up. You're going to be putting that to rest soon. Okay. So, okay. I keep getting that song in my head from Aerosmith. Dream on, Dream on. That's the line that's repeating in my head. So ultimately, Aquarius, you're not going to have to let your ideals down here. That's not going to be, but like, come on, man. I don't have sleight of hand. That's not me. I'm not a magician. This is victory and success with the Six of Wands. This is, I like the Six of Wands because it's not just personal victory. It's a victory that a lot of people are celebrating. This is almost like public recognition. So it's almost like you could be rallying, especially in terms of your reputation. You could be rallying your reputation. You could be like people are proud of you. They're celebrating you because you don't just stand up for you. You stand for them. So when you're bringing home a win. You're taking one for the team. You took one for the team. And honestly, it's really going to work out and people are going to be super, super proud of you. And you're going to get public recognition for this as well. It is not why you're doing it. In fact, I think if you had the choice, you would have never had to deal with this at all because I keep getting disappointment. Somebody really disappointed you here. And you would have rather not be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? You would have rather not have this kind of conflict or have to kind of face this reality that somebody that you believed in didn't believe in you back. And that's why we're getting the Lovers in reverse. It's like this was not a kismet connection. This was maybe a toxic connection or just a connection that wasn't meant to be. It wasn't supportive or supported by the universe, right? And ultimately, oh, Charlie horse, I'm so sorry. The fact that the Lovers is here, it's big energy, right? It's like you would have wanted it to be meant to be. This is something, that's why it's causing so much pain and stress, is that it really had a beauty to it. It had an essence to it that made you like kind of be in awe of it. And you really had high hopes for this connection. But I think it is still meant to be, but it's meant to teach you. Right? That's why major arcana is in our lives. It's that fate element that we live in, this sense of you were meant to have this lesson. You were meant to have this lesson to find a deeper part of yourself and how to stick up for yourself. Okay? And then we have the Aquarian energy that comes out. We're going to go to the extended reading because I want to get deeper, but your energy has now appeared at the end of the reading. I'm going to tell you what that means. Link is down below. I'll see you guys there over in the extended.